After the Yuan dynasty took control in the 13th century, Yunnan stayed isolated, culturally distinct, geographically remote, and shaped by forces older than empire. Today, it's China's most diverse province, home to over 25 ethnic groups and formations found nowhere else. But most of it remains unknown. Like Yubeng Village, a Tibetan settlement located in the mountains near the sacred Meili Snow Mountain, where life continues much as it has for centuries. The Yuanyang rice terraces, carved by the Hani people into steep slopes more than 1,300 years ago. And the Shilin stone forest, a fossilised seabed turned maze of limestone pillars dating back 270 million years. Stay with me as we uncover Yunnan's hidden wonders. Places far more fascinating than any postcard could capture. Yuanmo Earth Forest is recognised for its natural clay pillar formations, shaped by long-term weathering and erosion. The area is famous for its maze-like landscape of earth columns, towers and castle-like shapes. The site is near where the famous Yuanmo man fossils were found, regarded as some of the earliest human remains discovered in East Asia. Its unique landscape has also attracted numerous film and TV production teams, appearing in movies such as Big Soldier, an action comedy film starring Jackie Chan. Shuanglang village is recognised for its traditional bi-ethnic architecture and its setting along the eastern shore of Erhai Lake. The village is renowned for white-walled homes with distinctive blue-tiled roofs, intricate woodwork, and courtyards. Historically, it has a long legacy as a Bai fishing and farming community. Traditional Bai customs are still observed, including festivals, clothing, and local cuisine. It is also known for its artistic atmosphere, with many guest houses, cafes, and galleries run by artists and musicians. Nanzhao Folk Island is a man-made island in Erhai Lake, accessible by boat from Shuanglang. The island features cultural exhibits and performances focused on the Nanzhao Kingdom, an ancient kingdom that once ruled the region. Visitors can walk through gardens, pavilions, and scenic spots designed to reflect the style of the Nanzhao era. On the northeast shore is Erhai Lake, defined by its clear waters and location at the foot of the Cangshan Mountains, east of Dali Old Town. The lake is known for its crescent shape and is surrounded by villages, temples, and farmland. It supports traditional fishing communities and is an important ecological area for migratory birds and aquatic life. Traditional cormorant fishing, where fishermen use trained birds to catch fish, has been practiced on Erhai for generations. Jade Dragon Snow Mountain features glaciated peaks, dramatic ridges, and year-round snow cover. The massif is a landmark near Lijiang and is visible from the city and surrounding valleys. It has been an important site for the Naxi people who consider it sacred and feature it in their creation stories and religious rituals. According to legend, the mountain is the incarnation of a protective dragon spirit who guards the region from evil. Some Naxi shamans still perform ceremonies on the lower slopes, offering prayers for good weather and harvests. Additionally, its highest peak remains unclimbed due to its sacred status and challenging conditions. Yanjin is recognised as one of the narrowest towns in the world, built into steep cliffs along the Honghe River. The town stretches in a long, thin strip, with buildings rising directly from the riverbanks and pressed against the rocky slopes. This unique geography has shaped the town's layout, with most streets running parallel to the river and little space for expansion. Its name means salt ferry, reflecting the town's historical role as a centre for salt trade and river transport. The area was once a key point for moving salt and other goods along the river, which influenced its development and name. Fuxian Lake is the third deepest lake in its region and is well known for its purity, boasting deep, clear, fresh water. Its name comes from a legend about two fairies who visited the lake. According to the story, they were so taken by the scenery that they turned into stone, standing together with their hands on each other's shoulders. The lake supports rare fish species, including the Shanglang fish, which is found only here and has long been considered a delicacy. The area has also experienced repeated earthquakes, which are thought to have contributed to the submergence of ancient settlements. Red Beach, located on the west shore, is famous for its bright red sand and aquatic plants that turn red during certain seasons. The colour comes from iron-rich soil and seasonal plant changes. Gushian Island is the only island in Fuxian Lake, characterised by its temple fair and historic buildings. It is most famous for the green fish spectacle, where thousands of fish gather near the shore during local celebrations. The island is a favourite for boat trips and offers views of the surrounding lake and mountains. Dongchuan Red Land features vivid iron-rich red soil and terraced fields that stretch across highland slopes. The area is iconic for its colourful patchwork of farmland, where red earth contrasts with green crops and golden fields, creating a natural mosaic that changes with the seasons. The unique soil composition gives the land its signature colour and supports a variety of crops. Farmers grow a variety of crops, including potatoes, wheat, and rapeseed, which add to the area's patchwork appearance as different plants mature at different times. The Honghe honey rice terraces are known for their extensive and intricate system of terraced rice fields carved into steep mountain slopes. These terraces are the result of centuries of work by the Hani people, who engineered a sophisticated water management system to irrigate the fields. The terraces have been cultivated for over 1,000 years, demonstrating long-standing agricultural knowledge and adaptation to mountainous terrain. Samaba is a notable village within the Honghe Terraces, often visited for its authentic rural atmosphere and the opportunity to see terrace farming in action. The village is a good example of how communities live in close relationship with the land, maintaining ancient practices while adapting to modern needs. The Yuan rice terraces are a prominent section of the Honghe Hani rice terraces, famous for their dramatic elevation changes and extensive networks of fields. This area is one of the most photographed parts of the terraces, especially at sunrise and sunset, when the flooded fields reflect the sky. Yuan is also a cultural centre for the Hani people, with markets and festivals linked to the agricultural calendar. Rice farming in terraced mountain areas like Honghe is a traditional practice that supports local communities and preserves ecological balance. The terraces prevent soil erosion, manage water resources efficiently, and create habitats for various plants and animals. This form of agriculture requires detailed knowledge of the environment and cooperation among villagers. Rice farming is not only an economic activity, but also a cultural foundation, as it exemplifies a sustainable way of living in challenging landscapes. Baisha village is recognised as an early Naxi settlement, famous for its ancient murals and traditional architecture. The Baisha murals are a collection of wall paintings created by artists from various backgrounds, including Naxi, Tibetan, Bai, and Han. These murals depict Buddhist, Taoist, and local deities, reflecting a mix of religious traditions, as they were commissioned by local rulers and religious leaders. Many of the village's buildings retain traditional Naxi architectural features, such as wooden beams, courtyards, and carved decorations. It is also known for its role in the development of Dongba culture, a unique Naxi script and religious practice. Shilin Stone Forest boasts sharp, towering limestone formations that create a landscape resembling a forest made of stone. The area is a classic example of karst topography, with pillars, spires, and ridges formed by the dissolution of limestone over time. The formations create natural mazes and corridors, with some paths winding through narrow gaps between towering rocks. They are also often compared to petrified trees, giving the site its name. Traditional festivals and rituals are held in the area by local communities who consider some formations to be sacred or symbolic. The site has been recognised for its scientific value and is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Lijiang Old Town is defined by its well-preserved Naxi architecture, intricate network of canals and bridges, and stone-paved lanes. The waterways run throughout the town, fed by mountain springs, and are crossed by numerous stone and wooden bridges. The canal system is so extensive that almost every household has access to running water, and residents once used a 3-pool system for drinking, washing vegetables, and laundry. Historically, it has been a trading hub for centuries, located at the intersection of ancient trade routes, including the Tea Horse Road. It is also known for its central squares, market streets, and the presence of Naxi music and culture. Black Dragon Pool Park is a landscape park located north of the old town, known for its clear spring-fed pond, traditional pavilions, and stone bridges. The park is home to cultural relics, including the Dongba Culture Museum, and is a popular spot for walking, photography, and learning about Naxi traditions. Naxi River Scenic Area is recognised for its winding river, forested cliffs, and mountain landscapes. The river carves through valleys lined with steep, green-covered slopes and rocky outcrops. Traditional villages are scattered along the banks, with wooden houses and terraced fields visible from the river. It has long served as a transportation route for local villages, with bamboo rafts and small boats used to move people and goods. In past times, villagers even built water houses on stilts right above the river, allowing them to fish directly from their homes. The area has been the subject of classical poems and paintings, with artists travelling here to capture the changing light and mist over the river. The ancient town of Shaxi is recognised as a restored caravan stop along the ancient Tea Horse Road, a network of trade routes linking tea-producing regions with areas that needed horses and other goods. The town is known for its market square, traditional wooden architecture, and cobblestone streets. It served as a trading hub where merchants, muleteers, and local villagers exchanged tea, horses, salt, and goods. The town hosts a traditional horse festival where villagers reenact scenes from the trading days, including horse parades and folk performances. Today, it has been the subject of studies on sustainable tourism and rural revitalisation, serving as a model for community-led restoration. The agricultural lands surrounding Shaxi are used for crops such as barley, corn, and vegetables. Fields are often terraced along the valley slopes, making efficient use of available land and water. These fields are worked by local families using a mix of traditional and modern methods, with some tasks still done by hand or with animal-drawn ploughs. They use irrigation channels fed by mountain streams to water their crops, maintaining systems that have been in place for generations. Additionally, crop rotation and intercropping are practiced to maintain soil fertility and reduce pests. Blue Moon Valley is characterised by its series of turquoise-coloured pools and waterfalls set at the base of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain. The valley features a network of terraced lakes, streams and cascades, with water that appears blue or green depending on the light and mineral content. Its name comes from the crescent-shaped curve of the valley floor and the blue colour of the water, which some say resembles a blue moon when viewed from above. The valley's colour is a result of glacial meltwater mixing with white limestone sediment, creating a milky turquoise effect that changes with the seasons. Some sections of the valley have naturally formed stone bridges and ledges, which are used as crossing points by visitors and animals. The area has been a site of local rituals and is featured in Naxi stories, with some believing the waters have great spiritual connections. Yuye Lake is a prominent turquoise, glacial-fed lake within Blue Moon Valley, located at the foot of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain. The lake is known for its clear, mineral-rich water and is surrounded by white limestone banks. Its colour shifts from blue to green depending on the weather and time of day, and it is often featured in local art and photography. The historically ancient town of Weishan highlights a well-maintained layout from the Ming and Qing periods, with old city walls, traditional towers, and narrow streets lined with wooden shops and homes. Its orderly grid of lanes and courtyards, as well as its role as a historic trading and administrative centre, add to its reputation. Stone-paved streets, arched gateways and ancient wells are common throughout the area, reflecting centuries of continuous settlement and local governance. Interestingly, it was also once the capital of the Nanzhou Kingdom's Weichung Prefecture, and traces of city gates and defensive structures can still be seen. Standing at the entrance of Weishan is the Gongchun Tower, one of its most iconic landmarks, which has survived fires, earthquakes and other disasters throughout its lifetime. Built during the Ming era, this wooden gate tower features multiple eaves, upturned corners, and intricate carvings. The tower served as a ceremonial gateway and a symbol of the town's status and protection. Shizhong Temple, also called Stone Bell Temple, is recognised for its ancient rock carvings and grottos on Baisha Mountain. The site is famous for a series of Buddhist sculptures and reliefs carved directly into the cliffs, representing a significant collection of religious art from the Tang and Song dynasties. The old cultural town of Dali is a centre for Bai culture, with local markets, temples and public squares that reflect the customs and daily life of the community. It features white-walled buildings with black-tiled roofs, elaborate woodwork and stone-paved lanes. Historically, it was once the capital of several local kingdoms, serving as a hub for trade, politics and culture. The city walls and gates were built for defence and remain a defining feature, with some original watchtowers and gateways still standing. The town's layout follows a traditional grid, with north, south and east-west streets intersecting at regular intervals. Chongshan Temple is recognised as a major Buddhist temple complex in Dali, most famous for the 3 pagodas that stand at its entrance. The temple has been an important centre for Buddhist worship and learning, serving as a spiritual site for local communities and travellers. The 3 pagodas, arranged in a triangular formation, are among the oldest and most iconic structures in the region, symbolising peace and resilience. Initially, the temple was originally built as the royal temple of the Dali kingdom, serving as a religious and political centre. The complex has been destroyed and rebuilt multiple times due to earthquakes, fires and wars, with the current structures representing careful reconstruction based on historical records and archaeological findings. Meanwhile, the 3 pagodas survived throughout all these disasters. Xishuangbanna Mountain is recognised for its long chain of peaks, alpine meadows and extensive hiking trails. The range features 19 major summits, with snow-capped tops, steep ridges and deep gorges. Between the peaks, streams and waterfalls flow down toward the plains. The Jade Belt Road is a famous hiking path that winds along the mountain's midsection, connecting temples, waterfalls and viewpoints. This trail was built to allow easy passage between peaks and is known for its relatively gentle grade. Set on a plateau straddling the provinces of Yunnan and Sichuan, Lugu Lake is famous as the home of the Morswa people, known for their unique matrilineal society and traditional customs. The area features floating islets, peninsulas, and small villages dotted along the shore, and is often called the Mother Lake by the Morswo. Liga Island is a peninsula settlement extending into Lugu Lake, inhabited primarily by Morswo families. The village is known for its stilted wooden houses built along the water's edge and serves as a popular starting point for boat trips and guided tours of the lake. The settlement hosts performances of Morswo music and dance, especially during festivals. Yubeng Village is recognised as a secluded Tibetan community located deep in the mountains and only accessible on foot or by mule. It is known for its traditional Tibetan homes, prayer flags, and proximity to sacred sites, making it a destination for pilgrims and trekkers. Its name is derived from the local Tibetan language, with Yu meaning jade and Beng meaning village or flatland. The name reflects the village's setting amid green pastures and its association with purity and spirituality. Evidently, mules play a vital role in Yubeng Village, serving as the primary means of transportation for people, goods and supplies. These animals are known for their strength, endurance and ability to navigate rocky paths and river crossings. Mules are cared for by local families, often living in stables attached to homes and sharing in daily routines. They are often decorated with colourful harnesses and bells during festivals, and some villagers believe that treating mules well brings good fortune. The bond between villagers and their mules is strong, with animals often recognised and named individually. Shizhou town does a commendable job of maintaining its historical Bai courtyard houses and its legacy as a commercial centre. As a major stop on trade routes connecting different regions, the town's prosperity led to the construction of elaborate courtyard houses, some of which have been owned by the same families for generations. Many of these residences were built by merchant families and display unique wood carvings, decorative tiles, and open-air layouts, It is also known for its bright morning market and the continued practice of Bai customs and crafts. Tiger Leaping Gorge is recognised as one of the deepest river canyons, carved by the Jinsha River between two snow-capped mountain ranges. The gorge is known for its roaring rapids and dramatic drops, with the river winding through a narrow rocky corridor. It has been the subject of scientific studies on geology, river dynamics and mountain ecosystems that act as natural habitats for the wildlife residing there. The black stork is recognised as a rare and distinctive bird found along the riverbanks of Tiger Leaping Gorge. It stands out for its black plumage, with a greenish sheen, long red legs, and slender red bill. The species is known for its preference for quiet, undisturbed river valleys and rocky banks, where it can be seen foraging for food. Its diet consists mainly of fish, amphibians, aquatic insects and small invertebrates, as it hunts by slowly stalking its prey in the water, using its sharp bill to snatch up food. These birds build large stick nests on cliffs or tall trees near water, with both parents sharing in incubating eggs and feeding the young. As migratory birds, some individuals pass through the gorge during seasonal movements, while others may stay if conditions are favourable. Inhabiting the remote forests and steep slopes near the gorge is the Asiatic black bear, also called the moon bear for its distinctive white chest patch, which is unique to each individual, much like a fingerprint. Its traits include great climbing ability, nocturnal habits, and adaptability to rugged terrain. As an omnivore, it feeds on fruits, nuts, insects, small animals, and occasionally carrion, though the bear is also infamous for raiding orchards and collecting wild honey. When threatened, the bear can produce loud vocalizations, including grunts and roars, and will defend itself vigorously if cornered. In colder months, they may enter a period of reduced activity or hibernation, using caves or hollow trees as dens. Snow Mountain is defined by its snow-covered summit, glaciers and rocky slopes that rise above the northwest side of Tiger Leaping Gorge. The mountain is popular among hikers and amateur mountaineers, serving as an accessible entry point for those interested in snow trekking and glacier travel. Found grazing on the rocky alpine slopes around Habersnow Mountain is the Barrel, also known as the blue sheep, a goat-antelope hybrid. It rarely strays far away from the cliffs, as they provide escape routes from predators and help it camouflage with its slate-grey coat with a bluish sheen. Gregarious and social, they form herds that can range from a handful to several hundred, which are active during the day, alternating between feeding and resting. Found in the forests and slopes of the Habersnow Mountains are the rhesus monkeys, a widespread primate species. This subspecies is recognised for its adaptability to a wide range of elevations and climates, spanning from subtropical forests to alpine zones. The monkeys are highly social, living in troops led by dominant females as they communicate using a range of vocalizations, facial expressions, and gestures. However, they also have a complex social structure, with alliances, grooming networks, and clear hierarchies. In the mountains, they are known to forage on wild berries, roots, and even fungi. Interestingly, in this region, they are known to coexist with other primates, including the Yunnan snub-nosed monkey, sharing overlapping habitats and sometimes feeding grounds. Kunming is recognised as the capital of Yunnan province and serves as a major transportation, economic and cultural hub in the region. The city is known for its mild climate, earning it the nickname Spring City. It is a centre for scientific research, education, and commerce, with a mix of old city quarters, modern districts, and university campuses. The city is also a gateway for travel and trade to Southeast Asia, with extensive rail, road, and air connections. Yuan Temple is one of the oldest and largest Buddhist temples in Kunming, dating back to the Tang dynasty. Located at the foot of Yuantong Hill, the temple complex features halls, pavilions, and a large pond surrounded by stone bridges. The temple is unique for its layout, which requires visitors to descend into the main hall rather than ascend. Statues of Buddhas, guardian figures, and a Thai-style pavilion are highlights of the site. Zhoulong Waterfall, also called Nine Dragons Waterfall, has a multi-tiered cascade system near Luoping County. The site features a series of waterfalls that descend in steps along a river, creating pools and whitewater. The largest waterfall is the main draw, but the entire system includes several drops, each with its own shape and flow. Its name means 9 dragons, referring to the 9 main drops or tiers of the waterfall. Local legends say the river was once home to 9 dragons who shaped the falls as they played and tumbled down the rocks, giving the waterfall its name and mythical reputation. Built in the 17th century, Songzanlin Monastery is well regarded as the largest Tibetan Buddhist monastery in Yunnan. It is iconic for its grand scale, traditional Tibetan architecture, and its role as a major centre for Buddhist study and practice. The monastery complex includes prayer halls, golden roofs, and living quarters for monks, all set against a mountainous backdrop. Songzanlin is also often referred to as the Little Potala Palace, due to its resemblance to the famous palace in Lhasa. Zhoxiang Cave's reputation comes from its extensive karst cave system, featuring underground rivers, limestone formations, and vast chambers. The site boasts a variety of stalactites, stalagmites, and natural stone bridges, leading visitors to encounter dramatic rock shapes, echoing halls, and clear streams that flow through the caves. The village of Pu'er serves as the historic centre of Pu'er tea production in southern Yunnan. It is surrounded by tea mountains and is home to communities that have grown, processed and traded tea for generations. Tea production here is organised through family-run workshops and cooperatives, preserving traditional hand-processing techniques alongside modern methods. The area is known for its tea markets, stone-paved streets, and traditions linked closely to the world of tea. Its most iconic product, Pu'er Tea, is a distinctive fermented tea originating from the mountains surrounding the village. The tea is crafted from large leaf varieties of the Camellia sinensis plant, using methods that involve withering, rolling, piling, and slow fermentation or aging. Its fame grew as it was compressed into dense bricks or cakes for long-distance transport along mule tracks. The tea is renowned for its ability to age over time, as older teas are often highly sought after for complex flavours and value. In fact, it once served as a tax payment during certain dynasties, and blocks of tea occasionally turn up in archaeological digs. Meili Snow Mountain is renowned as a sacred Tibetan mountain range, renowned for its series of snowy peaks and dramatic ridges. Kawagibo Peak, the highest point, is a spiritual landmark and the focus of pilgrimage and local ritual. The range is admired for its sharp summits, glaciers, and constantly changing cloud formations. The area is also notable for seasonal wildflowers, alpine meadows, and endangered wildlife. One of the most famous endangered wildlife found in the mountains is the snow leopard, an expertly camouflaged big cat native to high-altitude, rugged terrain. Solitary by nature, they mark long territories with scent and scrapes, being most active at dawn and dusk, often patrolling the edges of meadows or the upper reaches of valleys. As a major predator, it mainly feeds on wild sheep, bharal, and smaller mammals. Prey is often stalked from above, with leopards using gravity and surprise to their advantage. Phalai Temple is a Tibetan Buddhist temple perched near the town of Duchin, facing Meili Snow Mountain. It serves as a place for pilgrims to pray and perform rituals dedicated to the mountain spirits. The lesser panda, also called the red panda, is recognised for its reddish-brown fur, bushy tail with faint rings and white facial markings. In the lower slopes of Meili Snow Mountain, these animals are known for their agile movement through bamboo and broadleaf forests. Despite being called a panda, it belongs to its own family, Ailuridae. The term red panda comes from its coat colour, while firefox is another nickname inspired by its bright fur and alert movements. It primarily consumes bamboo shoots and leaves, but also eats berries, acorns, insects and small birds or eggs when available. In cold weather, it is known to wrap its tail around itself for extra insulation while sleeping. Xishuangbanna tropical rainforest is recognised for its vast stretches of evergreen forest, a rare environment in the region. Historically, an important stopover on trade routes known for exchanging tea, spices, and medicinal plants, it is now more known for housing a high number of plant and animal species, including many rare and unique creatures. The great hornbill is one of the largest and most impressive birds in the Xishuangbanna tropical rainforest. It is easily identified by its massive yellow and black bill topped with a hollow casque, a structure distinctive to this species. Interestingly, the function of its casque is not fully understood, but thought to be linked to sexual selection or sound amplification, as it often uses the casque in aerial butting contests during mating displays. The bird also stands out for its loud wing beats, which can be heard from a distance, and its presence is considered a sign of an intact, mature forest canopy. In Xishuangbanna, it relies on tall, old-growth trees for nesting and feeding, since its diet is dominated by fruit, especially figs, but also includes lipid-rich berries, insects, small mammals, birds, and reptiles. Another one of the most distinctive birds found in the rainforest is the green peafowl, as it stands out for its metallic green and golden plumage, elongated tail coverts, and distinctive head crest. Unlike their blue relatives, Both males and females have similarly coloured, iridescent green plumage, making them less sexually dimorphic. Locally, the bird is often called the green spirit, king of all birds, or even the incarnate phoenix. It is the only native peafowl in this part of Asia and has been revered in local legends and traditions for centuries. It primarily inhabits river valleys and tropical evergreen forests, foraging in grasslands and agricultural edges, but relying on undisturbed forests for breeding and roosting. As omnivores, it hunts venomous snakes and consumes aquatic prey along forest streams. The largest land mammal found in the forest is the Asian elephant, frequently seen moving through bamboo groves, riverbanks and farmlands at the forest's edge. Its presence shapes the forest ecosystem by creating clearings, spreading seeds, and maintaining water sources through digging and wallowing. Evidently, its name distinguishes this species from its African relative, referencing both its range and unique physical and behavioural traits. However, much like their relatives, these elephants also live in matriarchal herds, with older females leading groups of related females and their young. Their daily routes include travel from feeding areas to water sources, and they regularly create new trails through undergrowth, as seasonal shifts drive changes in herd size and movement patterns. As generalist feeders, they forage in both dense forest and open clearings, often targeting cultivated crops on the rainforest edge. This is Yunnan, a land of hidden wonders and remarkable architectural marvels. Now, if you don't want to miss the most unreal wonders of Chile, check out this video.